Hello! How's everybody doing since last week? Good? Horrible? Amazing? Either way, I'm glad that you clicked on this video. Hope last week's video treated you to any number of things and helped you out in some way. I am, again, not as prepared as I wish I could have been, but, you know, I had Thanksgiving, had a lot of time with the family, which was awesome. I've been working on multiple projects and kind of just figuring out how to spend my time, to manage my time the best that I can. And I actually made something pretty cool. It was a notebook that I wanted to make a collage of different leaves and stuff on, and it was my first Mod Podging experience, so that was kind of fun. It's right here if you want to look at it. It felt like a, I don't know, felt like a pretty neat project. I went around and collected all these leaves and stuff and then arranged them in a way that I like. I found a feather too. I think it's a duck feather. And then put little buttons on today with my mom. It was pretty sweet. It made me feel like I was a kid again, making something like an art class. So that was something that I did that was really fun. But yeah, so took a little bit of time to do that. And I have a joke for you. My grandmother's last words before she kicked the bucket were, "How far do you think I can kick this bucket?" I thought that was a pretty good one. It's no busty crustacean, but it'll do. So then I also had a thought that, so I had an English teacher back in, I want to say it was like 7th grade, who he did something before every single class that really stood out to me. He had a riddle or a brain teaser or some sort of mind exercise that made you think outside the box written on the board. And so you'd walk in, already your wheels would start turning. So I kind of thought that that would be a good idea for this as well. What is black when you get it, red when you use it, and white when you're through with it? So that one, I'm going to leave you thinking about. Don't think about it too hard because you want to pay attention to the other stuff I'm saying too. Or hopefully you do. But I'll tell you at the end of the video. And so I came up with a theme for the video today, which is basically how to ground yourself. And so I remember in science class growing up, probably back in like middle school or maybe beginning of high school, the teacher was explaining to me certain laws of nature. And I remember the law of cause and effect having an effect on me. Well, I looked up the definition, again, of the universal law of cause and effect, and it states that for every effect, there is a definite cause. Likewise, for every cause, there is a definite effect. You can't have one without the other. So your thoughts, your behaviors, and your actions create specific effects that manifest and create your life as you know it. With that being said, I find it kind of funny and fascinating that us as human beings like to sometimes take out one or the other of those, because facing certain revealing truths just proves too difficult for us. For me, it's really easy to get distracted and taken out of what is happening right now, because there's so much outside influence, and there's people you interact with every day, there's your smartphone that you're paying attention to, emails, social media, regular media, television, movies, games, all this stuff, since it's all just like rushing into you, which can be, can make you feel anxious, can frustrate you. It can do a whole number of things that, in most cases, we feel like we can't really control what that outside looks like, and I get that. But we can control how we deal with that, how we view it, and what we do to cope with it. So I feel like, yeah, it's just really hard to try to kind of block it all out and calm down and kind of focus. And the one thing that I've been doing lately that's kind of helped me realize when I've been in those moments of chaos and I'm floating over here and I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, usually it ends up with me like bashing my thumb in a drawer or, stubbing my toe or something like that, where I'm like, oh my God, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. In those moments, I've been really trying to focus on something, and that something is my breath. And I've just started a yoga class once a week, which is awesome. The entire time, they're telling you, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And I'm thinking, wow, it's really hard to pay attention to, okay, exhale on this pose, inhale on this pose, exhale. And just, I've noticed that with everyday life. I'll get caught up in certain things, and and if it's stressful or anxiety provoking, I notice myself holding my breath. And I'm going, why am I not breathing? And so I think when I notice myself do that, I just have to, and it's like a little rock in my throat, I have to go and just like let it out. And so just that practice of, one, being aware when you're holding your breath and how it's making you feel. Your heart kind of starts beating faster because it's not getting enough oxygen. It's going, what are you doing? And so as soon as you release and then take that breath back in, your body's going, oh, okay, thank you. Thanks for doing what I need, It's interesting how something that is, it just happens naturally. And if we had to be conscious of our breath and that was the only way for us to be able to breathe, I think a lot of us would be dead. Because we get distracted. We get so influenced by this and that, and it's something that we don't always think about. So try it now. Take a deep breath. In and out. In and out. You can close your eyes. It's nice when you can start with maybe a 3-second count. That might have been longer than 3 seconds, but just always deepening your breath as you go. If it helps you count, feel free to do so. If it helps you say like a little mantra to try to keep your mind focused on your breath, or to just be in the present moment, you can do that. One that I've been doing lately has been on the inhale. I am. And on the exhale, here. So I am here. And you can just keep doing that. Try to notice the breath and how it feels filling up your lungs and your belly. And the parts of your body that move as it's filling your body. And when you're expelling that air out your mouth or out your nose, and just how it feels as it enters and exits. If any little thoughts or ideas come up, notice that they're thoughts or ideas, and just let them go. Bring it back to your mantra that you're saying, or just back to the awareness of your breath. And don't try to force it to become something that's unpleasant. Just try to focus on the natural state of breathing and how it makes you feel. And so, if that right there made you feel a certain way, did it make you feel good? That's awesome. Did it make you feel more of a sense of calm? You know, if you felt angry when you were doing that, or if you felt irritation come up, if you felt a lot of thoughts come up, don't judge it. That's just what happens. But kind of look back at that cause and effect. You were experiencing a certain effect. Try to look at what the cause of that was. What made you feel that way? If you didn't like those feelings that arose in you when you were just sitting and breathing, then see if you can't look at why that was and try to change it or work through it. I am going to leave a link to a TED Talk that has to do with breathing in the show notes description, which also brings me to the point of this is a YouTube channel, and I know I've been posting my videos to Facebook. However, anytime I mention a link or a video or a podcast or movie or artist or whatever that I'm going to link to in the show notes, it's all on the YouTube video. So if you can just head on over to the YouTube channel and check out those show notes. It's just it's like a little thing that says show more under the video description. So if you just hit show more, then you can go to all those links, which they're awesome. Definitely they're videos that have been viewed a lot more than my videos, and certain things that can help you out. And they are all focused around what I am talking about. So I want to end this episode by letting you know that I feel like this is a community, and in order to accomplish what this community is intending to do, I need you, yes, you, to help reach out and share some of those stories or experiences. I would love it if you could rack your brain for any instances that you've experienced in your daily life or when you've been traveling. I think you know what I'm talking about. You've heard a couple examples from me, and I want you to speak up. I want you to share them with me and allow me to share them with others. And maybe you can help inspire people and inspire people to do the same. If you want to include your name or photos or a video that you filmed yourself sharing the story, that would be awesome. If you don't want to have your face to it or your name to it, just be anonymous and say, hey, this happened to me. Here's the story. I'm pretty available, so just find a way, either on the Facebook page. The YouTube channel will have a link to the Be Connected's email underneath. I know that reaching out can be difficult, and allowing others into your life can be pretty challenging and kind of scary. Hell, I'm doing the same thing, and trust me, it is not easy. So I get that. However, I think that some of the most challenging situations that I've had in my own life from personal experience have been absolutely the most rewarding experiences. And I think that that goes for a lot of people. So if you can step outside that box and allow others to hear from you and hear your stories, I think that that can do some pretty magical things. I want this to grow into something that's truly special and something that will allow us all to grow together and, yeah, connect to one another. I appreciate you checking it out, and if you did like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you think that it could help other people that might not be aware of this channel, just hit the share button, and you can share it to your Facebook, your Twitter, whatever social media you tend to gravitate towards. So thanks so much, guys. Oh, I forgot to give you the riddle answer. So what was black when you first get it, red when you use it, and white when you are through with it? It is charcoal. So, yeah. I love you all. I hope you have an awesome week, and I will see you next time. All right, see ya.